Dahil wala ng question, let's have an introduction na class kasi masyado na tayong late na. No? I mean, nag-start na yung klase last week pa dapat. Okay, so let's discuss what is analytical chemistry. So when we say analytical chemistry, it's a measurement, no? Measurement science consisting of a set of powerful ideas and methods that are useful in all fields of science and medicine. So from the word itself, analytical means we will going to analyze. Yes, we are going to measure. No? So analytical chemistry means measurement science. Okay. So another definition is that also analytical chemistry is the study of separation. No? Kasi when we analyze, of course, we will going to separate some chemicals, ano pa. Kasi it's one factor to measure yung mga chemicals natin or in chemistry. So we need to separate. So meaning study of separation, not only separation but also identification. Yes, identification and quantification of the chemical components of a natural and artificial materials. So in analytical chemistry, we have two kinds of analysis, the quantitative and qualitative. So when we say qualitative analysis, it gives an indication of the identify of the chemical species in the sample. Meaning, you will just give some identification or the identity and indication. Meaning, it will not involve numbers. Yan kaya tinawag siyang qualify. Halimbawa, you will just going to observe the color. Hindi naman kasi wala namang number sa color, no? Texture, yung mga ganon. That is part of qualitative. For quantitative naman, it determines the amount. May amount talaga of certain components in the substances. May amount na. So, for example, measurement, we use numbers, 0.98, yung mga ganon. So, the separation of components is often performed prior to analysis. So usually, again, it is said that separation of components is often performed. Mas nauna siya prior to analysis. Okay, so what are the methods, classical methods in analytical chemistry? So we have here, classical methods is also known as the wet chemistry methods. So usually, separation such as paano ba nagsiseparate different types of separation? We have here precipitation, extraction, and distillation, and qualitative analysis by color, odor, or melting point. Are you familiar with the word precipitation? Mag-precipitate?
Yes po.
Can you give an example, Mark Joe?
Rain po.
Na mga substance? Yes?
Sa rain po.
Rain. Yes, so there is a precipitation in the rain. How about extraction? Saan tayo nakaka-encounter ng mga extraction? You can give an example. Nag-extract tayo. Or there is an extraction.
Sa blood, sir.
Yes, correct. In the blood, no? Sa blood chemistry, no, gina-extract natin 'yan to identify kung pure ba or hindi, may mga halo, okay, extract. How about distillation? Usually saan tayo nag-distill?
Water, sir.
Yes, correct, no. Dinidistill din natin. So meaning there is also a separation, no? Kailangan i-distill ang water. Ayan ang sinasabi ko kanina. And the qualitative analysis by color. Yes. Kasi it will not involve yung mga, ano yun kanina? Yung mga amount. No? Sa color, wala. Kasi alam ba, mag-observe tayo, ano bang color? Di ba, walang numbers. Odor. Di ba? Sometimes you can describe chemicals or substance through their odor and even their melting point. no? Sinong mas mabilis ma-melt. So, classical quantitative analysis is achieved by measurement of weight or volume. It is called wet chemistry because most analyzing is done in the liquid phase. So usually classical quantitative or classical method, tinatawag siya again as wet chemistry. So for qualitative, yun siya, by color order. While for quantitative naman, usually done by measuring the weight or volume. Usually kasi sa liquid, yan ang mga ginagamit natin in measuring liquids, di ba? Yung weight or volume. Sa substance, sa mga solid phase, pwede weight. Pero, itong wet chemistry, usually we analyze them through liquid phase na siya. Okay, so what are the instrumental methods? Instrumental methods use an apparatus to measure the physical quantities of the analyte, such as meron tayong mga ginagamit ng mga light absorption, fluorescence, or conductivity. So how I wish meron tayo dito sa school, pero parang walang mga ganito. Sige lang. So the separation of materials is accomplished using meron tayong mga ginagamit ng mga chromatography, electrophoresis, or field flow fractionation methods. Okay. So what's the difference between quali and quanti? So don't worry, I will be sending the PowerPoint mamaya sa LMS. So again, when we say quali analysis, it reveals the identity of the elements and compounds in a sample. It reveals the identity. For example, yung mga kanina yung example natin, color. Ano ba ang color niya? Ano pa? So we will base that on the sample given. Halimbawa, sa dugo, blood sample. Ano ba usually color ng blood? Ha? May iba ba color ang blood? Oo. Mark Joe, kasi ikaw palagi kang exposed ka siguro sa mga ganyan. So we have red.
Depende sa blood.
Depende sa blood, yes. So mabuti si...
Plasma kasi sir, parang yellow.
Yes, meron ding mga yellow. So meaning, we can measure that. Ang tawag kung gano'n ang pagka-describe mo, so it's more on your qualitative analysis, identifying the elements and compounds based on the sample. While for quanti naman, quantitative analysis ka, indicates the amount, may amount talaga of each substance in a sample. So you need the amount, meaning you need numbers. So kailangan mo kiluhon, i-measure, para masabi mo siyang ganon. So for quali, yan, it determines the presence or the absence of a particular compound but not the mass or concentration. So by definition itself, qualitative analysis do not measure or quantify. So meaning parang it's just more or focuses on our five senses, based on our observation. So, paano natin ginagawa yung qualitative analysis? Pwede tayo chemical test. Meaning there are numerous qualitative chemical tests. Actually, napakarami. Pwede tayo acid test, to test the presence of an acid. Halimbawa ito, acid test for gold. Ayan. Another one is the Kessel-Mayer test for the presence of blood naman. Actually, if you want to research, marami yan sa Google, mga different types of chemical tests. So ito, based on our picture, we have here a flame or the color test. Kung mag-change ang color, yan siya. Another one, this one is a blood test, Kessel-Mayer test. A drop of phenolphthalein reagent is added to the sample. Halimbawa, for example, we have the blood. So, dagdagan natin ng isang reagent or another sample. So, kung mag-change ang color niya, so may interpretation na ganon. The presence of a copper in this qualitative analysis is indicated by a bluish-green color of the flame, meaning yellow flame for sodium. Mag-yellow siya kapag merong sodium. Pero ginalagyan siya ng copper. So marami tayong parang pinaghalo-halo. Tapos kung mag-change ang color, meaning you are doing a qualitative analysis. So analytical chemistry versus our instrumental analysis. So when we say analytical chemistry, again, study of separation, identification, and quantification of the chemical components of a natural, parang tapos naman ito. Inulit lagi ito. Okay? So what else? Oh, tapos naman yung PowerPoint. Uy, liwat-liwat. So kung kanina, we discuss classical. When we say kasi classical, parang, ano bang classical? Means traditional, yung parang sinauna. So this time, since we are in modern era, we have here a modern instrumentation. So although modern analytical chemistry is dominated by sophisticated instrumentation, but still the roots of analytical chemistry and some of the principles used in modern instrument are from, take note, traditional techniques and many of which are still used today. So kahit sabihin natin ano na tayo ka-modern ngayon, but still the principle itself is from traditional. So these techniques also tend to form the backbone of most undergrad analytical chemistry educational labs. No, I think even in the hospitals, no, halimbawa kung magamit tayo ng ganito, but still mas, I think, mas effective pa rin yung mga traditional lab na mga ganon. Okay, parang naubos ko na dahil ang lesson now. So let's proceed with the role of analytical chemistry. Saan ba ginagamit ang analytical chemistry? First, it is applied throughout the industry. Not only in the industry, but also in the medicine and all the sciences. So it's very important. Maybe siguro nasa subject nyo ito ngayon. Kasi parang, kaya gani, when you are a graduate of BS Ed Science, actually, if you will not going to teach or ayaw maging teacher, pwede ka actually sa mga laboratory. Kasi before, sabi ko nga noon, kung hindi na lang ako mag-teacher, no? Gusto ko rin ma-experience yung magtrabaho sa mga laboratory. Kasi when I was in college, I'm also a working student in the laboratory at nag-enjoy ako sa lab. Yun nga lang, masyado lang siyang boring kasi lahat ng kaharap mo, puro lang chemicals, mga laboratory apparatus, mingaw man, walang kausap. Iba pa rin ang teacher kasi everyday you will face your students. Pero actually, klasa, parang hindi talaga kayo dehado na BS Ed Science kayo kasi pwede tayo sa ibang field. Like what? Pwede tayo quality controller sa mga canning, di ba? I think mataas-taas din ang sweldo noon ng mga quality control kasi kailangan major in science. Ano pa? Pwede din tayo maging laboratory analyst. Oh, I tried that. I apply in the province before sa PEMO. Nag-open sila ng trabaho as water analyst. O di ba? Pati yung mga ganun, sinunggaban ko na trabaho yan. Kahit sabihin kong education graduate ako, nag-apply talaga ako sa PEMO. Oh, dapat mga kinukuha nila mga BS Bio, pero sabi ko, wala naman siguro ang difference kung BS Bio at saka BS Ed Bio. Yun nga lang, we are inclined with theories about education. Ang mga BS Bio talaga purely experiment sila. Pero yung mga gina-perform nila, kaya ding i-perform kasi nasa buhok lang man din lahat ng mga procedures. Oh, di ba? Actually, marami tayong field, no? Parang blessed na blessed talaga ang mga major in science. Not only major in science, but also major in mathematics. O, di ba? So, mag-shift ka pa. Sa karami-rami para nating mga field, no? Andyan pa ba kayo? Parang ang...
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oo. Okay. Nakikinig pa pala kayo. Di ba? Kasi, halimbawa ganito klasa, parang na-share ko na ito sa inyo last semester pa, na kung magsabi ang principal na, okay, science major ka man, kaya mo magturo ng Filipino TLE, makatubag yung kag, yes sir, di ba? Basta may book. Ngayon, yung mga Filipino major, kaya ba nila magturo ng science? Mbot lang, tagaan silang chemistry subject, siguro kaya ba nila? Yung mga ganun na challenge, no? Siguro mahihirapan sila, di ba? Tayo kasi, parang versatile, no? Kaya magturo English, di ba? Pero yung challenge sa mga major in English, kaya ba nila magturo ng science. O, bigyan sila ng subject ng earth science. Ambot lang kung anong ma-discuss nila about universe. Yung mga gano'n, di ba? So parang, for me ha, it's an advantage talaga when you are major in science or math. Kasi kung science ka, pwede ka rin magturo ng mga math. Pero ambot lang. Pero ako ayoko magturo ng math. No? Na-trauma ako sa math. Okay. So let's continue. So now quantitative analytical measurements also plays a vital role in chemistry. Kasi usually we use numbers. Biochem, combination of biology and chemistry. Ano pa? Biology. That is also a quantitative analytical measurements. Geology, physics, and other science. So many scientists devote much time in the lab gathering quantitative information about systems that are important and interesting to them. So sabi nga ni Sir Albert, yung challenge niya talaga, sabi niya, Sir Mark ha, kung mag-third year yung mga BSed Science, dapat ang focus talaga ng research nila is experimental. Sige Doc, pero ang question ko is, bakit magpapa-experiment tayo, kompleto ba ang mga laboratory dito? Kalayon kasi kung mag-experimental, kailangan todo experiment. Pero kailangan merong complete apparatus as long as nandun, no? Pero wala, no? Yung parang even in mga high school, parang gusto ni DepEd halimbawa sa mga high school, sa mga schools offering STEM, gusto nila yung research about experimental. Pero ang mga laboratory kulang-kulang, no? Yung mga ganun. Halimbawa, you are experimenting about guyabano leaves as treatment for cancer. So, kailangan studihan mo lahat ng aspect ng leaves. Halimbawa, kanang safe ba siya na inumin? Safe ba siya ng mga may presence ba siya ng mga gano'n? Is it poisonous sa mga gano'n? Pero kung wala tayong kagamitan na pang-test ng gano'n, parang useless, no? Kasi saan ka pa magpa-perform yun? You will go pa sa, halimbawa, Notre Dame kasi nag-test sila doon sa kanilang laboratory and then you will going to pay. For example, gagamitin mo yung laboratory nila 1.5 for 1 day. O di ba magagasto ka? Tapos hindi mo manang makaya yan ma-perform ang laboratory for 1 day kasi hintay mo pa naman yung dahon na halimbawa 1 week. So babalik ka naman sa Biyernes, another payment. Yung mga ganun. No? Pero usually, kung experiment tayo, science experiment yung research, marami ding funding. Yes. The DOST is nagbibigay sila ng mga fund for science research. Yung mga ganun. Pero hindi rin tayo dihado, no? So, I encouraging you na starting from now, na ano bang magandang innovation or research in science na pwede mong ipagmalaki na pagdating mo ng third year, hindi ka na mahirapan. No? Pero sa atin kasi, since we are BS Ed Science, dapat focus din tayo on teaching strategies and techniques. Yung paano mo ituro ang ganitong lesson sa mga estudyante. Pero maganda din kasi sa BS Ed Science, dalawa ang pagpipilian mo. No? Pwedeng ganun din. Focus ka sa educational research, pero dapat science pa rin, inclined pa rin sa science. Ano ba gusto mo magturo ng yan din ang inisip ko one time. Mama, ano bang magandang i-research sa science ngayon ng mga for science teacher? Sabi nila, tatanungin ako ng principal, ano ba mga major problems sa science? Sabi ko, hindi makalaboratory mga estudyante kasi bawal ang mga students magpunta sa school. Sabi niya ko, di mag-focus ka sa laboratories on the go. Meaning, you bring the laboratory to the community. What? Possible pala yun, pero parang mahirap. Meaning, you bring laboratory to the community. Binibigyan niya ako ng challenge na ganun kaya ang focus ng research mo. Pero sometimes paano, napakahirap. Madali lang mag-isip ng title. Pero kung sa actual na mahirap pala, ikaw daw magbitbit ng dump truck dito sa community. Pag dito ka magpa-perform ng mga laboratory, di ba? Exciting ang mga ganun na mga topics. So, inuunahan ko lang kayo kasi para hindi na kayo mahirapan kung anong ipapresent yun na title kung mag-third year kayo. Okay, now, so what is the role of analytical chemistry? Parang ganito ang kanyang role. Grabe, no? Yes, especially ngayon sa pandemic, napakahalaga ng analytical chemistry. Why? So, first, in the chemistry, it focuses on focuses on biochem, inorganic, organic, and physical chemistry. For biology, botany, genetics, microbiome, molecular bio, zoology. For geology, meron siyang geophysics, geochem, plantiology, paleobiology. Imagine niyo ha, halimbawa kung ikaw major in science ka, ito lahat ang lalabas sa board exam mo, makabuang no? Pero usually ito talaga. Kasi science, grabe sa inyong batch in the K-12, ginawa na talaga ang BS Ed Science. In our time, BS Ed Biology pa. So meaning, ang board exam namin focuses on biology. Meron ding BS Ed Physics, BS Ed Chem, BS Ed Gen Sci. Pero sa inyo, BS Ed Science, wala major, meaning tanan nga branch ng science. Oh my gosh, kaya ito, amugin siya sa inyo. May physics, may chem, may bio, may environmental science, ano pa, agriculture, grabe no? Kaya bow talaga ako sa mga BS Ed Science. Kayo na, make sure na panindigan talaga. Okay. So, relationship between analytical chemistry and other branches of chemistry and even other branch of science, other sciences, like, for example, medicine, clinical chemistry, medicine. Yun na lang ang hindi ko na lang natanong, or natanong ko na ba yan siya, na kung pwede ba ang best in science, kasi ayaw niya magturo, gusto niya mag-proceed ng medicine. Pwede ba? So, ang sabi doon sa akin, kasi ang foundation talaga para makaproceed sa medicine is that dapat BS Biology or BS talaga ang course. Pero kung BS Ed Science ka, sir, sabi niya, pwede siguro mag-uniting ka ng ibang mga sciences na lang. Ganun siguro, no? Pero kung parang nursing graduate ka, pwede ka din mag-proceed sa medicine, pero mayroon pang pinadagdag lang ng mga subject, ng mga ganun. So, grabe. So, next, central location of analytical chemistry in the diagram signifies the importance and the breadth of its interaction with many other disciplines. So, meaning ito lahat natatouch in analytical chemistry. Kasi nga, pag sabi ko pala pagbigay ng Ma'am Dayan ng subject, anong subject yan, Ma'am? Analytical chemistry. Oh my gosh, parang medyo mahirap-hirap yan, diba? Kasi we're going to analyze, no, the chemistry of life. Minsan ano ko na lang, Sir Mark, anong subject mo ngayon? Ano? Hindi siya analytic chemistry kundi base magpinalytic chemistry gid kami sini. Ang kasi it's include dating mga solving lahat, no? So, now let's proceed with classifying quantitative analytical methods. So here are the results of the typical quantitative analysis are computed from two measurements, no? So kung magka-quantitative analysis na naman tayo as one of the method, so number one, what to do? One is the mass or the volume of the sample to be analyzed. So we need the mass or the volume of the sample kasi it involved numbers in quantitative. Second is the measurement of some quantity that is proportional to the amount of the analyte in the sample. So not only, halimbawa, you're studying about blood, no? You will going to analyze the blood sample using quantitative analysis. So for example, ito yung major mo, kukunin mo yung mass or volume, and another sample should be in the proportional amount of also, such as the mass, the volume, the intensity of light, or even the electrical charge. So we classify analytical methods according to the nature of this final measurement. Ayan na siya. Kaya meron tayong isang topic nito, isang reporter, the gravimetric methods, meaning it determines the mass of the analyte or some compound chemically related to it. And the second one is the volumetric method, meaning it determines the volume of a solution containing sufficient reagent to react completely with the analyte. No? So meron tayong mga terms na dito, yung analyte meaning the one that you analyze, and dadagdagan mo ngayon yan, yung tinatawag natin ng mga reagents to react. No? Kasi si reagent ang magsasabing ganito. Another one, step 3 is the electroanalytical methods. No? Pwede din using electrolytes involve the measurement of such electrical properties. Kasi I know na-discuss na siguro yan sa inorganic, yung mga types of electrolytes syempre, yung main capacity in the voltage, current, resistance, and quantity of some electrical charges, no? And another one is the spectroscopic methods, meaning it's based on measurement of the interaction between the electromagnetic radiation and the analyte atoms or molecules, or on the production of such radiation by analytes. So grabe yung mga terms natin ha, pang chemistry talaga. Okay, so in addition, meron din tayong mga tinatawag na mga miscellaneous methods. So such as mass to charge ratio, the rate of radioactive decay, the heat of reaction, yung mga rate of reaction, sample thermal conductivity, optical activity, and even refractive index. Okay, so here is the steps. A diagram showing the steps in a quantitative analysis. Ayan siya. Screenshot nyo lang yan or ibigay ko yan. Okay. So, time na ba? Oo. So, parang ubos na ang laway ko sa introduction pala. We will going to continue another method next or tomorrow night, no? Let's discuss first or the continuation. Dito na mag-stop sa 1C1, a picking a method. No? Tapos natin quanti method. Okay? So, any questions? So, I will not give you some assignments. Just focus